London is renowned for its crowded streets, amazing cuisine, stylish clothes, and rich historical past. How about the hotel setting? It's undoubtedly among the best in the world, with a ton of brand new London hotels emerging, as well as enduring favorites that draw travelers back year after year. The greatest hotels in London truly rank among the world's most creative and interesting hotels. Here are the top 10 hotels in London where you might spend a restful and enjoyable day. Number 10. Beaverbrook Townhouse, Chelsea. This property, a stylish offshoot of the Surrey Hills original, has occupied two beautifully renovated Georgian townhouses in a prime location close to Sloane Square. It seems to be a joyful and appropriate celebration of the nation's capital. Similar to how the bedrooms in the country mansion honor the friends and visitors of the previous owner, Lord Beaverbrook, each bedroom here is named after a theatre in London and includes books on opera and Laurence Olivier, as well as framed production programs from previous performances on the walls. In order to give this spin-off a mature urban edge, interior designer Nicola Harding, who previously worked on the estate's garden house, employed a bolder, more colorful palette. Penny Worrell created pillows out of old textiles, four-posters, and fringed velvet sofas. The bathrooms are similarly vibrant, with glossy tiles in deep apple green and bottle blue. Number 9. NOBU Hotel, Portman Square, Marylebone. Building on NOBU's Park Lane legacy, NOBU Hotel, Portman Square spills out onto a chic, cosmopolitan terrace reminiscent of New York. It also adds modern, minimalist rooms and chill-out areas to complete the scene. There are no trimmings or elaborate decorations here, just seamless urban vitality with design-driven seats and slick tables where London's glitterati fine dine on specialties like Chilean sea bass with wasabi lime miso, sizzling Wagyu beef, or black cod miso, and yellowtail sashimi. With sparks of diamonds, stilettos, and red-polished chopsticks, this is one of the top restaurants in London. The guest rooms exhibit Japanese minimalism in its purest form with clean lines, subdued woods, and controlled natural materials. Number 8. Ham Yard Hotel, Soho. Ham Yard is a U-shaped neighborhood that includes a hotel with 91 rooms, residences, and businesses. Beyond the blooming cottage gardens on the rooftop, there are Soho chimney pots and a far-off church clock tower. From a suite's patio, the Café Royal's dome may be seen. You can see the bar and restaurant from the reception by walking down a hallway lit by tall, industrialized windows. The public areas are so large that you may need a tourist guide to lead you from the French chimney in the lobby, past walls enclosed in Kit Campson fabric, and spectacular works of art by Shiloh Engelbrecht, to the very back of the darkly glimmering restaurant, and back along the opposite side, where a wall full of illuminated porcelain jars by Martha Freud invites you to discover a further bar of black, pink, and cream tranquility. Number 7. The LANESBOROUGH, Hyde Park. For the love of God, turn away now minimalists, modernists, and lovers of all things slick, polished, condensed, hard-edged, and monochromatic in color. The LANESBOROUGH has consistently been a riot of extravagant Regency style. In August 2015, it reopened as more unrepentant, riotous, and Regency splendid than ever before, following a 19-month refurbishment planned by the late interior visionary Alberto Pinto. It will be hard for you to miss the chandeliers, the trompe-l'oeil, the miles of marble, or the enormous shining seams of gold leaf as you step out of your chauffeured Rolls, which has been handed like the Olympic torch from driver to doorman to personal butler. The 93 rooms and suites all received the same level of painstaking attention to detail. At $26,000 per night, the Royal Suite is purportedly the priciest hotel room in London, but some of the junior suites rank with the most exquisite, endearing, and deftly designed rooms you will ever see at a much more affordable price. Number 6. Mondrian London, Shoreditch. This East London neighborhood ought to have passed its prime. Years have passed since Shoreditch's concept pubs, trendy shops, and food carts on the street began to gain popularity. Then followed the upscale hotels, Michelin-starred restaurants, and martini bars with awards. Young creatives with promise were being priced out of the area. The streets that had been bustling over the previous 18 months then became silent. The prettiest of the 120 whitewashed, exposed brick rooms feature spacious balconies and city views. Although you won't be staying in bed much in this kind of setting, the lobby is decorated with art. Look for the double-height painting by British artist Fred Coppin. There is a co-working space where events and panels are hosted, as well as a rooftop cafeteria for members exclusively with its own pool, and below, acclaimed Spanish chef Dani Garcia debuted the first Bibo location in the United Kingdom. Number 5. Lime Tree Hotel, Belgravia. This Ebury Street townhouse renovation is a lesson in how to make the most of eclectic design in a constrained area. Additionally, it fulfills a challenging promise, an upscale hangout that feels like home in a fantastic setting at a reasonable price. The homeowners, Matt and Charlotte Goodsall, opened it in 2008, and it rapidly became the most charming tiny boutique hotel in the neighborhood and the greatest inexpensive hotel in London. The 28 bedrooms range in size from tiny to moderate, but this just adds to the comfort of a country home. Stefano Cirillo, formerly of the Beach Blanket Babylon restaurant in Notting Hill, is in charge of the Buttery's kitchen. The fragrance of freshly roasted gentleman baristas beans and crunchy pastries from the pastry across the street accompany the breakfast of perfectly prepared classics. A small haven of peace for conversation late in the summer nights is the backyard. Number 4. The Connaughт Mayfair. A hotel recognized for its Englishness, exemplified by its famed central staircase, dark and wooden in the railing, colorful and striped in the carpet, which is said to have inspired Ralph Lauren to order a reproduction of it for his Madison Avenue store. The Connaught Bar, our choice for the best bar in London, is a miniature Art Deco masterpiece. The less traditional Jean-Georges at the Connaught and the 3 Michelin-starred Hélène Darroze restaurants both excel. Outstanding dining options include the less formal Jean-Georges at the Connaught and the recently renovated 3 Michelin-starred Darroze restaurant. A champagne room with space for 20 people is also available. Number 3. The Mayfair Townhouse, Mayfair. For any of its devoted crew of guests who want to spend the night in a London hotel, the minds behind iconic country house hangouts Cliveden and Chewton Glen have whipped up a smart new city spin-off. But there's no sign of a familial tie in the countryside. The Half Moon Street address, on the other hand, pays homage to the flamboyant artists of the 19th century. There is a playful mix of Alice in Wonderland and the importance of being earnest, with nods to the flamboyance of Oscar Wilde's personality and quirky colored graphic art mentioning themes from Into the Rabbit Hole. If you can drag yourself away from the bar, Shepherd Market and the delightful Kitty Fisher's restaurant are just around the corner. The Royal Academy is a quick 10-minute stroll down Piccadilly, and 5 Hertford Street is a late-night stumble away. A fantastic new location in a place that is already adept at having a good time. Number 2. Nomad London, Covent Garden. Although the Ace Hotel is leaving the city, London is experiencing somewhat of an American comeback with the Standard opening in King's Cross and the Mondrian just opening in Shoreditch. Additionally, the first Nomad outside of the United States debuted earlier this year across from the Royal Opera House in an opulent old magistrate's court. The library bar boasts shelves and bookshelves of books, but a visit to the nearby new Bow Street Police Museum, the birthplace of London's first force, which has seen the Crays, Oscar Wilde, and Emmeline Pankhurst pass through its cells, cannot compare to that establishment's prominent criminology area. In the tavern-like side hustle, shakers rumble like sidewinders as they prepare elegant American-style cocktails. Number 1. CLARIDGE'S Mayfair. Over time, CLARIDGE'S has developed a legendary aura that elevates it above the mere sum of its parts. Its components, an appealing fusion of flappertastic Art Deco and streamlined current elegance, are not without fault. Its strangely fragile-feeling revolving doors are the entrance to a more beautiful world. A drink at the bar is mandatory, and one of the best afternoon teas in London is provided in the foyer. People reportedly called the hotel's switchboard and requested to speak with the king during World War II, when more European monarchs than normal were exiled in London. One of the best hotels ever built can be found here. If your next trip is to London and you are interested in one of the hotels mentioned previously or any other hotel, check out the first link in the description. If you like content like this, like the video and subscribe for more updates.